Welcome to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW and NXT, and every Friday after Smackdown. Hello, people.
What is up?
Yes, what is up?
How's it
How you doing, James?
How we doing?
Smackdown was great tonight, but damn, no Dana. Sorry, James. Sorry.
So, tonight, Smackdown. I thought it was pretty decent.
Yes.
I was definitely intrigued with the start of the show.
It was interesting.
I was intrigued as to where they were going to go with it. In retrospect, looking at what they did with it, wasn't like too far from what I thought they were going to do, which is a little disappointing. But, you know, it's okay. Overall, I thought it was a decent show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say that the middle of the show was decent. Cause like the end, I really was like, okay, you know, I knew what was gonna happen in the end. So I didn't really like the end was a little like whatever, you know, like I didn't care so much about that. But I thought the middle of the show was amazing.
Love the opening segment. Jeff says set up, but it was Sheamus. That's what I said.
I've seen some different perspectives on
it's the hacker.
Maven, Renee. I've seen some different perspectives on, you know, the opening segment, and we can kind of talk about that, you know, as we talk about the opening segment here. So, it's a crime scene. A crime has been committed.
Yes.
Elias has been run over.
Killed. I believe. I think he's dead.
Elias has been run over.
Even though they said he was in stable condition, I think he's dead.
Or Elias has been hit by a car. Now
where his body was and where the car was, I don't know how he got hit. Not sure.
Unless he flew.
Well, that's possible.
I mean, I guess, maybe.
In which case, I would think he'd be, like, hurt really bad.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? So, Elias has been hit by a car. They're not sure who did it. All they know is that it was a dude wearing a black shirt and black pants, and it was hit and run. And Braun Strowman is like, yeah, I saw this dude, he had a black shirt and black pants. I was just driving up to work, you know, getting out my car, and Elias is laying there on the floor, half dead, and dude's running off. And I have no idea who it is. And so after that, we go to Renee Young, and they find out that the car is, like, registered to Jeff Hardy's name. It's his rental car, and there's a bottle of alcohol in there. And,
just been drinking.
And then they find Jeff Hardy behind the building. Your audio is up loud as heck.
Well, we wanted everybody to hear us.
See, we need to find a happy medium here of where it's not screaming loud. So
sometimes it's like,
but it's also not, you can't hear us at all.
Is that better?
You know?
Is that better,
So, where is I going with this? Oh, yes, Jeff Hardy was around the back of the building. They find him, and he's, like, groggy, and, like, well, I don't know what's happening here, and the police are like, you're under arrest, sir. And so they take him into custody, and they drive off into the sunset.
Yes. They drove off into the sunset like the Lone Ranger.
So that's what we had there. So, okay. I didn't see the first bit of the segment. Because I started the show about 2 minutes in, and they had, like, had people, like, there were people everywhere, and I was like, what is happening? So I rolled it back to the start, and I watched it, and I was like,
Elias is dead. Jeff Hardy's in trouble.
Well, I was trying to figure out who it was at first. Before they said it was Elias, I was like, who is that? Like,
let me ask you this. Why did the police release him?
I don't know. We need more information on that.
He may have killed somebody.
I mean, I don't know. We need more information.
Unless they did a sobriety test and found out he wasn't drinking, then they may say, okay, you were set up.
We need some more information on this, but they're going to make us wait a week.
He ran over somebody, and then they let him go. Makes sense.
So
Smackdown ended 3 minutes early.
So, okay, my thought process...
That's because they ran out of things to talk about, James.
Well, they could have explained why Jeff Hardy got released,
well, they could have, but that would have taken too long.
So, my thought process on this is, like, I don't know. I think it was like a fun segment. It's just like it relates to Jeff Hardy in like real life, and so that's where I've seen several people kind of questioning why they're doing this. If they're gonna do something where it's like Jeff Hardy's like, you know, don't be stupid, you know, like I was, or if it's like set up, or he was set up, or whatever the case may be, and Sheamus is whatever. If they do something with it like that,
I knew Jeff was coming, but we see who did it. Hey guys,
where like Jeff is like, yeah, don't be stupid like I was. If that's kind of the message they're trying to get across, then I could see this being fine and being a fine segment for SmackDown. This kind of just reminds me of like the Roman and Rowan thing.
Yeah.
And like that could have been cool.
Well, hopefully they carry it out
and
finish it so you know they just don't drop it.
Except we thought that was gonna be cool, and then it ended up not being cool. So
I don't know. Saw the accent was crazy, and SmackDown was okay. Well, we're lucky that Elias is still alive and with us, because he was almost killed.
Yeah, man. If I see him tweeting on Twitter, I know he's okay. Because I think Elias is invincible because Elias was thrown off the top of the thing and went splat into the floor after Baron Corbin, you know, ha-ha! Threw him off the thing, the balcony.
He's in a single feud now, good. Yes, kind of has to be.
I think Elias is kind of invincible because after he got thrown off of the balcony thing, about 20 minutes later, he was on the Twitter machine and he was, like, tweeting people.
Yeah.
And it was like, geez, dude, you got that super fast healing?
I hope they got permission from Jeff and Britt for doing the segment. I would say they probably did. Just saying. Just a guess.
So.
When you say.
Yeah, probably.
Because since he was involved in it.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like, they wouldn't be doing this.
Next week, Hacker tells who did it.
I don't think they would
Maybe
be.
It was the Hacker who did it. He took control of the car, wrecked it.
I don't think they would be doing this if Jeff wasn't okay with it.
And had Vanguard 3 fly in some alcohol, drop it into the... We're going to find out it was Matt Hardy.
I would say that, you know, I would think that they wouldn't do this if Jeff wasn't on board just because it's like his life, you know. So I would say that Jeff is probably like, this is fine, and like I want to tell people to not be stupid.
Well, I think the fact that he was pretty open in his whole return about what he had done.
Yeah. So
I think that's probably, you know, why they felt it was okay to do this.
So,
He's going to be investigating. Yes, because he is the top investigator in the world.
So,
we'll soon find that out.
We had that. Hardy was arrested. We then go backstage because Jeff is supposed to fight Daniel Bryan, and the winner goes on to the finals of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. But that's not happening anymore. So, like, 20 people are standing backstage, and they're all like, we all want a shot at this, that, and the other thing.
I think it's a shame I lost my best friend to alcohol poisoning. Maybe what they're trying to do, James, is get people to understand that alcohol can be dangerous. So, I mean, I think we need to see where they're going to go with this.
It's pretty much along the lines of what I said. Jeff Hardy telling people not to be stupid.
Yeah, this could be kind of one of those things that it gets people to go, okay, maybe doing the alcohol thing is not a good idea.
So
I wonder who is the Hacker on WWE SmackDown. Maybe next Friday, although I think maybe CM Punk. Although, just kidding. I don't think it's going to be CM Punk. If they do Ali, I'm going to be upset.
Ali, at this point, it's like, what that we haven't seen the Hacker in weeks.
Yeah.
Like, last time we saw a video from the Hacker was at Money in the Bank.
Maybe they just dropped the Hacker.
I hope not, because that was such a good thing, and it had people intrigued. Shorty G, who was rumored to be one half of the Hackers, was on TV tonight, so he's obviously not...
Or is he?
The Hacker, and that's kind of what I said. I was like, he's obviously not, but I mean, like, maybe he could be. Maybe he's like, I'm back, and I'm tricking everybody, type of thing. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
If that was the case, I feel like they would have him lose. So then he had a reason to be like, Cesaro, Nakamura, I'm gonna break you two up.
Yeah.
You know? Because it seems like the Hacker was going after tag teams.
Well, maybe that's what he's doing. So now he got beat by them, so next week you're going to see...
He didn't get beat by them. He beat them. He got thrown out of the... So the Battle Royal. Hold on, we'll get to that in a second.
That's what I'm talking about.
Battle Royal, he got thrown out of the Battle Royal. There were like 25 people. Sheamus won the Battle Royal. Jay Uso had a great spot in this. It was really, really good, and I enjoyed it for the most part. I mean, it was kind of long, but I like that Jay Uso was getting a shot at some things that he's not going to get otherwise, because right now he's a singles competitor because Jimmy is out with an injury. So, anyways, where we're going with this, Sheamus, he won. So, we're just going to skip around here, and we're going to come back to this in a second. So then we have, like, a Shorty G and Cesaro and Nakamura segment backstage. Cesaro's like, you think you could be Intercontinental Champion? No,
I
you
don't think
couldn't.
it'll make her look bad, James.
You couldn't. And then he was like, so now you better walk away, because if you don't, you're going to have to fight me again. You're going to have to get in the ring with me, and I'm going to beat the crap out of you. Ha, sucker. So then Shorty G is all like, "Wow!" hits him in the face,
Wow.
and he's like, "I accept." And so that was that. So, after that, later in the show, you had Cesaro versus Shorty G, and Shorty G won.
Yes.
And so I think if they were doing like the whole hacker thing, and like he was like the hacker, I feel like, or like one half of the hackers, I feel like they would have had him lose, so then he had like a reason to, you know...
He still has a reason, because they cost him the shot.
I suppose so, I guess, yeah, I suppose that makes sense, but I don't know.
I mean, and now he can go see, look, I can beat you one way, and then I'm going to beat you another way, because I'm going to split you guys up.
I mean, that's possible.
I just wanted to like, Otis, how's he doing? Oh, he's doing great.
The Mandy Rose and Otis segment made me laugh. Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So, moving back up the show. We have Sonya backstage. She says, last week I completely dominated one... let's try that again. Last week I completely dominated one bleach blonde Barbie doll. That was a tongue twister.
Because he's Shorty G, James.
And Lacey Evans, tonight, I'm going to do it again. Oh, great. Great. That means that we're going to get a Corbin and Uso feud for the next 6 months until Jimmy's back. Or Jay, whichever one it is. I'm pretty sure it's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Epic. Just what I want to see. Not. I want Jay to get feuds, but not with Baron Corbin for the next 6 months. Please and thank you.
Hey, at least he's getting singles matches, so, you know. And
Against Corbin?
hey, you're guaranteed to have lots of...
You might as well, like, sit there and say, well, I'd rather just sit in catering and not be on TV, because Corbin is a doozy.
He is a doozy.
So, Sonya and Lacey pushes Sonya over, and that's the segment backstage. They then have their match, Sonya versus Lacey. It ends in a double disqualification. I actually rather liked this. I like the...
Yes, there was a lot... That Battle Royal, there could have been, like, several tag teams.
Yes. I liked this segment very much so. This one... I like the way it worked. I like the Sonya and Lacey thing, and I want them to play this out for a bit. I think they have something there that could be really good, because I think both Sonya and Lacey are both very good at what they do.
Well, the thing they're doing with Sonya is, like, awesome. They're making her... they are making her look like the heel. And I think that she could be an awesome heel, because her promos are awesome.
Yes. Cool WWE mug. I got it for 99 cents at a, I don't even know what you call it, at a scratch and dent grocery store.
Yes.
It was 99 cents. It was on the shelf, and I was like, we have to buy this. And so we did.
Yes. You were like, we have to buy this. And so
Yes.
we did.
Yes, I was. So we had that. So, Sonya and Lacey. I rather like this segment. I liked that it was kind of like competition? Sort of? Does that make sense? Competition-ish, where they were fighting each other, but it was almost like who can do it better, you know?
Yeah.
Like they were both throwing like right punches, right punches.
Right hooks.
Right punches make sense. They were both, throwing punches. They were both, trying takedown holds and stuff, and it was almost like a who can do it better, type of thing.
Is Jimmy Uso injured?
Yeah, Jimmy Uso is the one that's injured, and from what I've seen, he's gonna be out for 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
So that sucks. Because they legit just came back.
Yes.
And now he's out again.
Yes.
It sucks. Because they are a staple tag team in the division.
It seems like one of them's always hurt.
And now that's not the case. So.
Bayley and Sasha is waiting until fans come back, and that's good. That's what I said.
So who's going to face Bayley for the women's belt now? Nikki Cross?
Possibly Nikki Cross.
Sonya Deville.
I think Sonya did good.
Sonya wins this feud with Lacey, and then Sonya goes after the title.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see happen. Sonya versus Bayley at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Because that's a match that people can get behind. Now, they could give the title to Sonya, and it would be fine.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing the Bayley and Sasha feud right now, and the Bayley and Sasha feud doesn't. The Bayley-Sasha feud doesn't need the title. It just needs to be.
Sasha and Bayley versus Alexa and Nikki for the tag titles. I think that Conus is going to get involved.
See,
well, I think don't you almost have to put Sasha and Bayley together as a tag team so you have more tag teams?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Bayley
the way they built this up, it looks like it's going to be a Sasha Bayley facing each other. But maybe they'll throw a curveball in there and have Bayley lose the title to Sonya or whoever. And then it's Bayley and Sasha that are going to go after the tag titles. So then you have another.
Bayley doesn't need to be undefeated because Sasha can be the one to help, Bayley lose her title.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam. So then they can get the ball rolling for that.
I don't know if they're going to do the Sasha and Bayley.
Maybe she accidentally costs Bayley the title. And Bayley's like, oh, we're fine. Let's go do the tag team thing for a bit until they ultimately turn on each other whenever they're going to turn on each other down the road next year, 45 years from now, when they're both in the Hall of Fame in 2045.
When they're coming back from
MVP. Whatever they decide to do the feud.
For one more match.
Which turns into 100. So, yeah. I mean, whatever. I don't think Bayley doesn't have to be undefeated.
No.
She doesn't have to be undefeated to fight Sasha. She can easily lose the title to whoever. They can go do the tag team thing. Sasha can accidentally cost Bayley the title, whatever the case may be. And then they can go on from there, do the tag team thing for a bit, go be tag champions, go beef up the tag team division, and then they can go back to the singles feud.
Yes.
Because one or the other ends up losing the title or whatever. Bayley keeps, saying that Sasha can do all these matches, singles matches, whatever,
I would love to see Tamina as the WWE Women's title as well as I wish for Mandy Rose. Either one of those I could handle. Typical Venom says Jason is the hacker. Never thought about that.
No. Sonya doesn't deserve anything. Lacey deserves the title. After all, she is a Marine. But Lacey can get a title shot whenever. Lacey's always going to be popular. And
Matt Riddle says he's not supposed to. Engineer Matt Riddle is not supposed to be the only call-up to the main roster. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
More information on that in a couple minutes. Stick around, folks. But Lacey can get a title shot whenever she wants to. Because Lacey's always going to be over.
I agree.
Sonya right now, Sonya could be the face of their women's division.
The sad part is there's no crowd.
Sonya could be the face of the women's division.
I think right now, as a heel, she would be excellent.
She is a heel.
But I mean, with the crowd, I think that she would be like she could get the crowd to actually like boo her and stuff like that, like a heel.
I mean, yeah, possibly, but I still think there would be people that are like, yes, we love you, Sonya, because this is what you should have been getting all along, and so I think it might be sort of the Becky situation where they tried to turn Becky heel and they tried to make it work, but the fans were like, no, we like her too much for her to be heel and for us to boo her. We're going to cheer her instead. And then they're going to have to do the old switcheroony, and they're going to have to do something to make Sonya get over, and that's what I think is going to happen because Sonya is that
would be
good.
Interesting, Elijah. So would that mean that Jason Jordan's been cleared?
I mean, it would. I mean, maybe.
Or is he just going to be kind of a manager type thing?
But you have to be cleared to a certain extent to do that. So he would have to be cleared to some extent to even be able to be used in a capacity of, like, on-screen talent.
Yeah. I mean, they could clear him to where he takes no bumps.
I mean, they could, but I don't know. So.
Or Jamie, no, either way.
So, yeah, Sonya and Lacey ends in double DQ. I liked the way they did this. I liked the feud. Yeah. I think they need to drag it on for a bit, and Sonya needs to win it.
Yeah, well, I think at least this makes it seem like it's going to go out and maybe to the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, if they have a match at Backlash.
Or Jeff Hardy is a build a heel turn and turns into Willow. They could do that.
Well, everyone have a great night. I have to go. Enjoy the weekend.
See you, Noel.
Peace out. So we then get Moment of Bliss with New Day. Nikki says she has a present for them.
That's like how they start Smackdown. Yes.
She hands them Scottish pancakes. Kofi says, oh, don't think that we came empty-handed. We got something for you, too.
M&M's.
E pulls out coffee beans from his trunks.
Oh, man, coffee beans.
He sticks them in Alexa's mug. Kofi then happens to have a bottle of water, pours the bottle of water over them, and then Big E pulls out a large spoon and stirs the cup, and then hands it to Alexa and goes, here you go. And Alexa's like, thanks. Thanks so much, guys. And then
they brought her some coffee. What's she mad for?
Thanks. And then she hands it to Nikki, and Nikki's like, what do you want me to do with this? She just hold it. I'll drink it later. And so I thought that was funny. They then talk about, standouts in the tag team division. So,
Maybe have you heard all the rude comments on Twitter about Becky and the incident in Minnesota? Totally disrespectful. Have you seen them?
Well, yeah, it was just people being mad that she didn't say anything about it.
Oh. Remember, Jeff was like, Elias, I didn't do it as a crazy person, but did you see Jeff put his thumb up to Jordan? Interesting. Yeah, could be. Or is that just a ploy to make you think, Elijah?
So, they talk about standouts in the division.
Do I look like that thing?
Totally. Forgotten Sons, that's what New Day says. They're totally standouts in the division. And then they talk about the Iconics. And then Bayley and Sasha come out. Bayley says, I see 2 great tag team champions, but I don't see the best tag team in that ring. Alexa then says, oh, well, I see five of us here have championships, but there are 6 people. So, Sasha, where's your title? And everybody's like, oh! I love New Day in this segment because they legit just sat there and they were like,
yeah, they were pretty good.
I thought it was great. I loved it. So, Sasha then goes on to say, we put those tag team titles on the map. If it wasn't for us, those tag titles wouldn't even exist. She then goes on to say, we could win those titles back anytime we want. Bayley then cuts Sasha off and says, but tonight, to prove what a great team we are, Sasha will fight you, Alexa, one-on-one right now. And Sasha's like,
I didn't have the right shoes on.
What? She's wearing heel boots.
Can't believe you're going to make me wrestle. I didn't have the...
She's like, what are you doing? Like, what? First off, this statement makes no sense because Bayley was like, we're going to show what a great tag team we are when Sasha fights you, Alexa. Excuse me?
That's a way to show how good of a tag team you are. One-on-one.
So we then get Sasha versus Alexa. I also loved this segment because Nikki Cross and Michael Cole on commentary, and Bailey and Corey Graves. It was amazing. Can we get Nikki Cross on commentary every week, please? Because Michael Cole, you can legit see every time they pan over to
Michael Cole wouldn't be able to talk.
Every time they pan over to him and Nikki Cross is like on the table, like dancing, yelling, screaming, cheering for Alexa, whatever the case may be, Michael Cole is legit sitting there. He's like he has his hand over his face. He's like, I'm trying to keep myself composed, trying not to laugh my face off. But here we are. So
yeah.
And then Bailey like going back and forth with Nikki and like yelling at her. It was amazing, and I loved it, the entire thing. So that was epic. Sasha won after Bailey got up on the apron. Nikki accidentally pushed Alexa off the top rope, and that was that.
Yep.
It was real good. I enjoyed this. So after
that was a good
this,
segment.
we had the Hardy update. We get told that Elias is stable.
He's still alive, so we're doing good.
Yes.
Elias is still with us.
Mandy and Otis. This
Maybe
segment.
one day we will still walk with Elias.
Might have to, like,
in a wheelchair. Unpopular opinion, but I want the Forgotten Sons to take the titles from New Day.
I don't.
I think it would add. The thing about it, I think it would add. I wouldn't mind seeing it just because it adds a new team to the tag team division.
I just don't like them.
And so
I don't like their gimmick at the moment in time. I don't like what they're doing with them. It just doesn't flow right. You know, like I don't know. I just don't love what they're doing.
Well, I think we need to give them a chance because they've kind of rebranded from what they were in NXT.
Except I don't care.
Well,
I just don't like them, period.
We know.
They're not good.
We know.
And so
I like Matt Riddle.
I like
Matt
Matt
Riddle. On
Riddle.
the main roster.
I like Matt Riddle. What are you even talking about?
At one time you didn't.
At one time I didn't, but it wasn't that I
Yes.
didn't like Matt Riddle's character. It was I didn't like Matt Riddle the person, because Matt Riddle the person and Matt Riddle the character are two different people, and it was very obvious. And it was like, if you're going to be a bad dude, then you need to like convey that on TV. But if you're just going to run your mouth on Twitter and look like an idiot, then, well, we need you to not do that, because it makes you look like a jerkwad.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Exactly.
So that
you
was
should be
that.
a jerkwad all the time. In real life and on Twitter. And in wrestling.
So we had that.
Just be a 100% of the time jerkwad.
So after that, we got the Mandy and Otis segment. You saw this, right?
I saw part of it.
So
I was actually flipping between that and watching the news.
they're sitting there.
Watching the bad stuff that's happening around the cities.
They're sitting there, and they are like, they're sitting there, and Otis like goes for a swim, and Mandy's like having this like dream, and I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
It wasn't like, I don't know. They need to come up with some different things to do with them for these two, because now that like they're together, it's like they need to like figure something out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get stale,
Yes.
because otherwise nobody's gonna care.
No, nobody will care.
So.
They just have them like stay away from each other for a while.
I mean, whatever. So after this, we had Kurt Angle. He says he's excited for Randy Orton and Edge, but that's besides
Kurt
the point.
Angle, the guy that got released.
He then says that he's excited to
probably
announce the future of
Crazy.
SmackDown. Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle's coming to SmackDown, folks.
Yes. Matt Riddle will be in SmackDown.
Also, apparently Dominic Dijakovic might be going to Raw.
Yes. Dominic Dijakovic.
Dude is a giant. Can you imagine Dominic Dijakovic versus Drew McIntyre?
They skipped him over Keith Lee and
Well, because
decided
Keith Lee's doing stuff on
to move
NXT.
Keith Lee up to,
NXT.
yeah,
Johnny Gargano.
yeah.
Yes. That's what they're doing there. Can you imagine Dominic Dijakovic versus Drew McIntyre, though?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
They're, like, both giants.
Yeah.
And, like, honestly, if they can start showing videos for Dominic Dijakovic coming to Raw, then after Backlash, after Drew McIntyre beats Bobby Lashley, the next night on Raw, Dominic Dijakovic makes his debut and is like, "Feast your eyes! I'm here to beat you up! Drew. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
It'd be epic.
Let me think. Yep.
I see
there it is. I need to get, like put a effect where like a bubble pops up over my head. I'm just imagining. And everyone gets the effect.
It would be epic.
And not me just going.
Wouldn't it? I'm not wrong.
No.
I'm
think
never
it'd be
wrong.
good. I think that the thing about it is I think they have to figure out how to bring him up and bring him in. I don't think you just bring him in, kind of build it up a little bit for a couple weeks, and then bring him in. I think that's the way they should do it.
Yeah.
Bring the Undisputed Era up and have them take the tag titles off the New Day. I can handle that, Jono. Mr. Green, what are your thoughts on them finally charging that cop with murder? I will tell you in a minute, James. I'll tell you after at the end of the show. I'll tell you.
So we then have Sheamus the interview. Cool, whatever. We then have next week a warning for Braun from MCMIZ and Johnny Drip Drip. Epic. And Sasha and Bayley are fighting Bliss and Cross for the tag team titles next week. So then we have the main event. Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. I didn't care for this because I knew what was happening. I knew what was winning. What was winning? I knew who was winning. Daniel Bryan. Bryan won after Hardy was back and distracted Sheamus. Cool. So it's going to be Bryan versus AJ in the finals. Should be a good match.
Yes.
I think AJ's going to win, though.
I do too.
It'll be a good match, though.
I agree.
And if they save it for Backlash, that might be the best wrestling match on the card.
Yeah, it could be.
It's going to outdo the greatest wrestling match.
Yes.
Of all time.
It's going to be better than the greatest wrestling match of all time.
It's going to be
yes.
the greatest
wrestling match.
Greatest
Yeah.
wrestling match.
Yes.
In history ever.
It will be.
So, that is that.
Yes.
So, that's Smackdown, folks.
That was Smackdown.
Real quick show.
Yes. It actually went pretty quick.
It did. It
went pretty quick.
like super slow, like it generally is.
Yeah. I mean, they kept things moving. So I would probably give it a 6 or a 7.
I'd probably give it about the same.
Yeah. Because I thought it was solid. I didn't think it was great.
Mm-hmm.
So it was right there in the middle.
Yeah.
A little above average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
To answer your question, James, what are my thoughts finally on charging the cops with murder? I think the cop with murder, they should have charged him. He probably should have been charged, as soon as the video came out, that he should have been charged. And the other guys should have been charged too. They should have arrested them before, way before, today.
Yeah.
And some of this, like, rioting and stuff may have been kind of curbed.
Avoided.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Is if they had arrested the dude 3 days ago,
Velveteen Dream is coming along.
buildings might not have been burnt to the ground.
3 minutes early. Yes.
So
3 minutes early.
I don't know, man.
So I think, I don't know, James. This is what I think. I think they probably should have arrested him sooner.
Yeah. Yes.
Outside of that, that was SmackDown. That was fairly simple.
I think that
Short,
is it.
Sweet, quick, to the point. So yeah.
So yes. I think that is it.
Anybody else got anything they want to talk about? Kind of a small crowd here tonight.
It was a quick Smackdown.
Yeah.
Went by real quick.
Yeah.
Short show.
It was a short show.
So. But it's. And as James has mentioned, it ended 3 minutes early.
Yes. It was an hour and 57 minutes.
So guys, I think that's it.
Alright.
We will be back
Tomorrow.
on
4 o'clock.
whose channel?
We are going to be on Give Me a Holy Ass channel.
Oh, you gotta do your punishment?
Give me a Holy Ass channel. I have not played it, James.
You have the punishment.
Yeah.
You and Dom.
Yes.
It's gonna be epic.
I'll check it out.
So we have the show tomorrow. We're watching is something WCW.
Yes, we're gonna watch something WCW tomorrow.
Go to Give Me a Holy Ass Twitter page.
Yes, go to Give Me a Holy Ass Twitter and vote. We will be on their channel tomorrow.
And
that's the plan. Be on their channel tomorrow.
And then we'll be back on Monday. And then on Wednesday there will be no show
Yes.
because I have another infusion.
Yes.
So we will not be back on Wednesday, but we'll be back tomorrow and on Monday.
Yes.
Yes.
So other than that,
I think that's it.
everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Stay safe. Wear your mask. And I don't know what else. Peace out.